In this video, we'll discuss surface properties. If you'd like to follow along with the video, please open the file 0508 surfaceproperties.dwg located in the training folder as discussed in the Working with this dataset video. Surface properties allow you to change many of the settings and order of operations within a surface. To access the surface properties, there are a few ways. One way is to select the surface first, and you'll get a contextual ribbon with all the different commands and options that you would want for that surface. So here's the surface properties in the Modify panel. I can simply click here, and just going through the different tabs, in the Information tab, you can change the styles. So if you quickly and easily want to just see the, let's say, triangles, I can click Apply, and notice how the triangles appear because that style is telling Civil3d how to display that surface. Let's go ahead and change it back to the contours. If you have a render material of some sort, you can change that in here as well. The Definition tab is where you define all the build data operations and where all the history of your surface creation is contained. This is one of the great things about creating surfaces in Civil3d. It records every surface definition that you've done for that surface. For instance, the boundary that we selected in the Boundaries video, the building boundary that we also added as well, and any of the other operations that you've done within this surface. As I mentioned before, one of the main reasons to actually add descriptions is that you can actually see the descriptions within the parameters column here, and you can make decisions as to whether or not you want to turn these on or off. For instance, let's say we want to turn the boundary off just to include the entire surface. I can simply toggle this, click Apply, it'll rebuild the surface for me, and just like that, I now have the rest of my surface available. You can toggle on and off any of the operations as well as change the order. So if you are not getting the desired results of a triangulation, simply change the order of the different operations and I can guarantee you, you will get the surface results that you need. One of the other options available is the build options. You can tell Civil3d that you do not want to include elevations less than 0 or greater than by a certain value. You can also define a maximum angle defined between adjacent tins, which will avoid having any sliver-looking type triangles. You can also define a maximum triangle length. So let's say I'll say yes to this and define a value of 100 foot. So I will not have a triangle length more than 100 feet, which can delete automatically the long triangle edges that you usually get at intersections and so on. I'll click Apply, Rebuild, and notice how just like that, those have been removed. Again, if I set this to no, it simply turns it off, and I'm back to the original surface creation. There's also some data operations that you can turn on or off, as well as any of the edit operations that you want to turn on or off. The Analysis tab is used for doing surface analysis like elevations, contours, directions, slope arrows, and so on. This will be discussed in another video. And the Statistics tab is where the properties and statistics of this surface are easily accessible. You can see things like the 2D surface area, the 3D surface area, and so on. If you'd like to copy any of these settings in here, simply right-click in here, copy to clipboard, I'll cancel out of this, and I can do a Control-V or a paste, and there's all my surface properties. And of course, you can edit this text to get the property that you wanted. This concludes this video on surface properties.